Hi there, my name is Shaw. I'm actually the creator of the JK Skinz product. Here I want to show you a complete rooftop kit for the JK four-door. We currently have here laid out the tail skins, the quarter panels, the complete hardware kit, and the actual brackets. Now the brackets have an H bracket, a T bracket, a W bracket, L brackets, and the straight bracket. And the neat thing about the JK system is all of our brackets go on the factory holes on the Jeep. There is no drilling or cutting required on the whole system. Now we're going to go to the rooftop panels. We have the rear rooftop panel, the mid rooftop panel, the front rooftop panel, and another quarter panel. Now with this kit you can also get the four-door Skinz kit, and we don't have those laid out at this point in time, but we will be doing that on the next video. Tail skins on the back of the Jeep. What we've done is removed the factory hardware that was there originally, and you're going to go ahead and remove the bumpers that was on there. They were in these holes here, and we actually removed the tire mount carrier that was there. Nobody keeps the factory tire mount. So now that you've removed or actually installed these back into the holes, what we're going to do is grab the tailgate skins, and the tailgate skins, just so you know, the angle right here matches the angle of the rear of the tailgate. And we have the hardware kit, and in the hardware kit it comes with spacers. Now you're first going to take the bolts that we give you in the hardware kit with washers. You're going to run them through, put these spacers on, all four of them. Okay, perfect. Now you line up the bolts on the factory tailgate holes. Put them in hand tight first. Now we have all the bolts finger tight into all the factory threads. I'm going to go ahead and have him tighten these up. Okay, that's it. Your tailgate skins has been installed. You're now ready to add your pucks and start pucking all of your accessories. All right, now we're going to install the T-bracket for the front roof panel and the mid roof panel. And what we've done is we've just unvelcroed the factory pad, exposed the roll bar mounts here, and you're going to actually remove these two bolts right here. Go ahead and remove them. The factory bolts here. What we're going to do is take the T-bracket, and on the T-bracket you want to make sure that the long part goes to the rear, the shorter part goes to the front. Simply lay it right on top right here, and as you bolt this down, you push it down, as you bolt this down it's going to suck it down, and this little lip right here goes. So you can see here that the lip that we have pressed in there fits right over the top of the factory lip here. Once these both are tightened down, this just sits like this. And as you can see, we've got both of them installed now at this point. Now, on the 2015 Jeeps, the plastic speaker case here is a little bit higher than on the 2014 to 2007. It's not a big deal. The same bracket goes to each one. And you can simply just bend that and get it just right. You then put this stuff back, re-velcro, re-zip it, and you've got this panel installed. Now what we're going to do is install the front roof rack. Here we're going to install the front roof panel, and a few things to note with this. One of the things is you want to make sure that your JK Skinz is on the driver's side. We have some guys call and they didn't realize they actually had it upside down. They said they cut it backwards. No, they just had it upside down. So what you're going to do is you're going to place this under here, and the Skinz fits right on top of this factory latch on both sides and slides forward, and then also rests right here where these two straps are. Now the two factory straps are designed to fit through here. If you do not have these factory straps, we also will supply you with Velcro straps that go through here and cinch it onto the roll bar. Now we have what's called the pucks. And the pucks here are real simple. The pucks actually have magnets in them, so they stick right to the skin. Alright, so I was talking about the pucks. The pucks actually have two magnets in them. They magnetize right to the JK Skinz. Now the reason we did that is so that when you install the pucks to install your hardware, you actually don't have to hold it. You can put this anywhere you want to mount things to it or your hardware. So what I'm going to do here is take my puck, mount it where I want it, install the puck. We installed the bolt with the washer through the puck, and you'll notice that you have to kind of shimmy this around to get it just right. Everything is very tight. We did not want anything to rattle. So that is now tightened, and you want to make sure that this hole here lines up. Your factory top will fit right and latch right there. Undo your factory, as I call them, your oak craft handles. Down and you're good to go. Our roof panel is installed, ready to go. We have the tie down straps, hold down straps on both sides installed. The pucks are installed and tightened. Now make sure, once again, that you have these rectangular holes lined over the bars where your hardtop clamps to, as well as where your center clamp goes. We're going to install the mid panel now, and just a quick note on this T-bracket here, because of this being a 2015 and this being a little higher, you just want to take a screwdriver, put it in here, leverage it, and just bend this a little bit to where it's flat. And then the Skinz will fit under there nice and easy. So we're going to slide it underneath, put it in place. I'll hold it. He's going to add the pucks to it. All right, so here on the rear roof panel, what I'm going to do is install the puck underneath. And once again, the puck does magnetize right to it, so you don't have to hold it. I got it in place, line it up with the hole. And we've installed the puck on the bottom there. Now I'm going to take the bolt, put it right through the slot here, hand tighten it, and I don't want to tighten this all the way. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Once we finish the other side, now we're going to move to the installation of the H-brackets. We've installed the pucks on the mid-roof panel. We've hand tightened the bolts through the T-bracket into the puck. Do not tighten it all the way down because you still want room to move this around until you cinch it up finally. We have our H-bracket right here. Now with this H-bracket, you got to make sure you do this in this process because it'll drive you absolutely crazy. The top zipper stays in place. These two zippers are done all the way, and they fit between the two slots here. And you want to make sure that you install the H-bracket underneath the mid-roof panel so that you can first get this nut and bolt assembly installed. And you just need to get that finger tight. You can cinch that down once it's all the way down. Okay, now that we have that done, making sure that you still have access to this zipper right here. Now we're going to take the factory, we took out the factory 13mm bolts that are on the roll cage. We're going to install those finger tight at this point in time. Once they're finger tight, you notice you haven't cross-thread them, then go ahead and cinch them down all the way. Make sure you don't get the zipper caught in there. Alright. Now take the factory zipper, put it back together. Alright, take the factory Velcro, put it right back over and close it. Now your H bracket's installed. And the nice thing about this is you can remove this panel but leave all your brackets installed so you can take your panels off and on real easy. Now we're going to do the other side and we'll show you the system. We've got the mid-roof panel installed. All of the factory Velcro it's been cinched up, zippers have been sealed up, zipped up. We've got all the JK Skinz, the pucks have been tightened up, all the bolts have been tightened up. And one thing to remember when you're getting this all lined up, you might get frustrated because you'll see that this may not line up once this is all lined up. But you got to remember this system is all tied together. So if you, sometimes you may have to move this a little bit to get it in there just right. Now everything is very precise because we had all these things that we had to follow to make sure we stayed with the factory bolts. So don't get too frustrated. Just take your time, keep it loose. It will fit and it will tie them together. We're going to install the quarter panels now. Here in the factory roll bar pad here, there's a little slot here. Open this up, fold the flat back, and you're going to expose two holes. Now the lower hole is what you want to install the W bracket to. And the W bracket, you're going to have the small side face out and the longer side face in. Using the bottom hole of the two factory holes here, screw that in and hand tighten it. Don't get it all the way tight. Just get it close to where you can still move it and slide it. Okay, now we've removed the factory cover here. We've removed the 10 mil nut, installed the L bracket, and just got that finger tight. At this point, we're going to install the quarter panel. And this quarter panel here, you want to make sure that the JK Skinz logo is faced towards the front and you have the JSK. You don't want it backwards. We're now going to bolt this in place here on these two last points. Once we get finished bolting these in place, I'm going to show you how we get started on the upper L bracket and the lower straight bracket. Now we've installed the W bracket, we've installed the small L bracket that ties into the 10 millimeter down at the base here. And here we're going to install the next L bracket. And what it does is sandwiches between the top mid-roof panel and the H bracket bolt assembly. So you just stick that in there and then you tighten that there, tighten these two here. I'm sorry, this actually fits on the inside. You tighten those two here. Now the next thing you're going to do is down here is a factory bolt right on the base where the hood latch is. Remove that. On this straight bracket, it's the only straight bracket in the kit. It has a larger hole slot on one side, smaller on the other. The larger slot goes in the factory location, retightens. Smaller slot fits right here in the 5/16 hole. All right, one of my installers just informed me that this will probably be the area when you're installing this L bracket here, you'll probably be cussing me at that point in time. It is difficult because there's not a lot of room in there. But we do also want you to know that if you do not have the mid panel, that you still need to install the H bracket and this bracket to the H bracket to install the quarter panels. All right, now we have the quarter panel installed. Just a couple points to talk about. We really brag on the fact that you don't have to drill or cut anything to make something work. To get a really nice fit, just for the carpet kit around here, you may want to go ahead and slice a little bit of the carpet kit to get that to fit around there and fit in there tight. And also, you can notch this plastic a little bit to make this fit up tight. When we refer to no drilling or cutting, we mainly are referring to, or we are referring to, the fact that there is no drilling and mounting or cutting of the panels or any structure of the Jeep. So that is a little misleading. Like I said, a little bit right there, we'll cinch that up, and a little slice in the carpet here, we'll put that back to look back. We've got both of the quarter skins installed now. If you notice here, we've got the L bracket installed, we've got the W bracket installed properly, everything installed to the H bracket. And when I mentioned to you before about you may have to trim a piece, this plastic piece, on the other side you did not have to trim it. It does leave about an 1/8 inch of a gap in the plastic. On this one we went ahead and trimmed it to show you how tight it fits. And we also trimmed the carpet so that it goes back to the factory. Now we're going to install the rear panel skins. Here we have the inside part of the H bracket, we have the W bracket, and the W bracket comes with a 90-degree bend, but once you get this installed, take a standard wrench, put it in from underneath, and bend it out to where the bracket is flush with this point right here on both sides. Now we're going to take the actual skins and to make this easier on yourself, take 2 of the bolts that you're going to tie into the H bracket up top here and just use them to hold. You don't have to actually use the nuts at this point, just use them to hold it in place. Okay, and that way you can now position your pucks and so forth. Now, as I mentioned before, we've bent out this W bracket here to get it lined up for the pucks. We're going to take the puck, and you're going to use, when you use the puck on the outside, you're going to use the shorter bolt that comes with the kit, 1/4 because when you screw it in, you don't want it to come out the back side. On this one, we left it to show you what it looks like. Here we have a 3/4 inch bolt, and it pokes through too far. Right here, and we don't want that to rub on stuff. So, in the kit, you got the shorter bolts. It like that, everything's pretty good. There again, make sure that it's kind of centered and everything's lined up. Okay, now we're going to take the lower H brackets, bolt them together, and on these you are using the longer bolts that come with the kit. Line that hole up. Now, if you don't put it together in this order, you're going to have a really hard time getting everything to fit just right. So make sure you follow these instructions. All right, now we have successfully installed the rear tail skins, the front panel, the mid panel, the rear